Hi guys, how's your Wednesday morning? I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I'm really enjoying this. Guys, welcome to our science lesson. So, today I just want us to do an overview of a topic which we have been planning to do habitats. Yeah, yes, right, habitats. Just an overview of habitats and what habitats are, different habitats that we have, and then we will start looking into each habitat by itself. Habitats or a habitat is a home. Guess what? It's just a home. Simple as that. A habitat is a home of an animal, of an insect, of a bird, of you. Yeah, think of it. Where do you live? In the house? Well, that's your habitat. Hmm. Think of a fish. Where does it live? Does it live in a house? Well, what would happen if you put, well, there are some fish that live in houses. Well, those which are in aquariums, but still it lives inside water. So think about it. What would happen if you put a fish on the bed? Do you think it will survive? Well, that's what we look at. So animals have different habitats, and this is so because we all are different. Okay, so a lion lives in its own habitat. A camel lives in its own habitat. A dinosaur lives in its own habitat. If when there used to be dinosaurs, excuse me, then a whale lives in its own habitat, and so does a fox and a spider and a chameleon and a lizard and a chicken. Yeah, all those habitats are homes to different animals. And that is why we say a habitat is a safe environment or is a safe home for an animal or an insect or a living thing. And you know what? Even plants have their own habitats. But this time we're not looking at the habitats of plants, we're looking at habitats of animals. But for you to know, plants also have their own habitats. There are some plants that cannot grow in the desert, and some plants cannot grow in the water, and some plants cannot grow inside the ocean. Yes, because all plants have different habitats, just like the animals. So let's dive in. So right here we have the first habitat. Now, where do you think this is? Just have a look and just see. Where do you think this is? Do you think this is a desert? Do you think it's an ocean? Do you think it's a river? Well, there's a line that's coming right there. And look at the plants that are in there. Yeah, in there we have cactus. And below the cactus right there, excuse this slide, right there we have a bone. Can you see the skull? I can't show because of this block there. It's blocking and I can't move it. Yeah, so these bones right there, you can see a skull. That means, well, there's not much food in this habitat. So yeah, you're right, it's a desert. So, and a desert is a very unique habitat. And you know why? Because it's very hot and it's very dry. That means you won't find any trees over there. Well, you will, but not a lot of them. And those that you will find, they have adapted to live in this environment. And to adapt is to ensure that you are able to live in such an environment. For example, a cactus or cacti can live in this environment, but you know what? It has very, very thick skin. Very thick skin. Yeah, let's get to see a picture of a cactus. You can get to know what I mean when I say a cactus has very, very thick skin. Right there. Uh-huh. Uh, let's see. Right here, I think we have a picture right there. So just a minute, let it load. It's not visible, but I had seen one yesterday. Sorry, I didn't save it. Oh, right there, we have it. Yes, yes, we do. So do you see this? Look at this image. Do you see how thick the cactus is? A cactus has very, very thick skin. And actually, it's very hard. And you know why? Because this prevents animals or this prevents it from losing a lot of water, and also animals from eating it or pricking it, so that it doesn't lose water. Now, when you look at such a cactus, such an image right here, you can also see that the cactus has thorns, various thorns. That means animals cannot easily eat the cactus because, well, if you break the cactus skin, then you know what happens. It starts to dry up. I think I just saw an image of a cactus drying up right here. Do you see this? This cactus has been attacked by a cactus moth. So what happens when the cactus is attacked? Do you see it starts to dry up, and therefore it doesn't provide enough food for its own its parts. Therefore, it's very important that an animal adapts to its environment, and we will get to look at different animals that live in the desert. Yeah. So just a minute. I had Dr. Yes. Well, Dr. Binox does not have a desert video, but there is one that's very, very good and very great that we can watch right here and get to see what the desert environment has for us. So we won't watch a lot, the whole of it, but I'll send these links. I will send these links, and you will get to watch them by yourself, because well, we are doing a 25-minute lesson, so you will get to watch these for the other 35 minutes. Just a minute. My internet is quite slow. But yeah, that is the desert environment. Can you see that? And the desert is super hot.
Hello, friends. I am your friend, Stormy. Today, I'm going to explain about desert. But anyone speaks about desert,
Oh, Internet is terrible.
Don't
Mhm.
you start thinking about boring, dry, and hot places?
Mhm.
Well, it's not like that actually. There are so much cool things about desert you guys are going to learn today with Stormy. Oh, nothing is visible here. Deserts are full of miles and miles of sand dunes. Because the desert is so dry, the wind will grind pebbles and sand into dust. Occasionally, a big windstorm will gather up this dust into a huge storm. Dust storms can be over 1 mile high and so thick with dust you can't breathe. They can travel for over 1,000 miles too. Many deserts are rocky with speckled shrubs and plants. There are some deserts that are icy and cold, like North Pole Desert and Desert of Antarctic. The Sonoran Desert can tend
Okay, so you'll watch some of the parts of this video. There's there's a part that had the animals. Yeah, right here. I want us to look at the animals that have.
desert. Camels can go without water for a week.
And that's the first animal.
Can drink 30 gallons of water in less than minutes. Animals that live in the desert also have the habit of eating little water.
Let's also look at plants.
You have learned so much about desert. Now it's
So I'll also paste a video about a desert, but this is not the video which I had watched yesterday. It was a 4-minute video. Okay, so we will get to see that. So there are different animals that live in the desert. One of them is the camel. Okay, and we will get to see how the camel has adapted so that it can live in the desert. Now, let's get to see. Oh, there is a question. Is a question. Where are they? And we have different answers. Are they at the forest? Are they in the ocean? Are they in the desert or in the jungle? Well, we said when you look at the picture, where are they? One, they are in a very dry place. Yeah, and the place looks hot. Look at the skull that's right below the cactus. It looks very hot. So they are in a very hot and dry place. So where do you think this is? Is it in the forest? Well, I don't think so. Is it in the ocean? Of course not. Yeah, you're right. We are in the desert. So let's move to the next habitat. Okay, yes, they are in the desert. So let's move to the next habitat. Okay, right here. So in this habitat, you can see that, well, look at these. What do they look like they're doing? They look like they're swimming, right? And with them, we have different types of fish with different colors, different sizes. We have big and small fish. Oh, we even have plants that grow under the water. So where do you think they are? I'll give you a hint. It's a very, very large water body. and it's found only when you go to the coast. Oh, so yeah, right. It's the ocean. So the ocean or salty water is another habitat, yeah, that animals live. And what kind of animals do live in these habitats? Which animals do you think live in the ocean habitat? So the animals that live in the ocean habitats, as we can see, are the fish. We have some octopus. We have some huge animals called the whales. And something interesting is that a whale is not a fish. Yeah. So we have even sharks, which are a type of fish. Then we have some small uh, other animals in another class that we didn't look at. So, and some of these are crabs, lobsters, and even scorpions. Yeah. So, well, the ocean is a home to a lot of animals. And you'll ask, what do these animals eat? What do you think these animals eat? What do you think these animals eat? Yeah, the fish. Maybe they eat other fish. But what do those fish that are eaten by other fish eat? Because they have to eat things. Now, when you look closely in this picture, you can see that there are plants that are growing. Yeah, can you see that? There are plants on different places. So these animals that are that live in the ocean get to eat the plants that grow in the ocean. They eat other fish. They eat different materials that are found under the ocean or on the ocean bed, because on the ocean floor we have a lot of things that grow there. We have plants, we have animals laying their eggs, we have we have fish that are right there, we have small fish, we have even dead materials. Okay, so the ocean itself is a habitat and it provides food to all these animals that live in it. So we will get to see the ocean as a habitat itself, and we'll get to dig inside this habitat. Now, a question for the habitat: where are they? Now, are they in the beach? Are they in the pool? Are they in the ocean or the lake? Let's go back. Well, do you think they are in the pool? Of course not, because in the pool you won't find fish. Now, of course, they are not in the beach because we can see they are swimming. They are having glasses and they're swimming under the water. So now we left the two options. Do you think they are in the lake or in the ocean? Now, my guess would be an ocean because here we have different fish of different sizes, fish of different colors. We have even some plants that are growing under the water. We have even coral reefs right here, you can see. And the most of the items or most of the things that are in this picture are only found in the ocean. Therefore, this is an ocean habitat, and that's exactly where they are. Now, some of the animals that could be found in the ocean. So I think that's the next question. What are some of the animals that could be found in the ocean? We have the shark. Yeah. We have, you can see, we have a jellyfish. We have a clownfish. We have a hammerfish, a seahorse, crabs, and other, including many more other animals. Okay, so the ocean is a habitat of a lot of animals, and I'll also put a link of a video showing the ocean habitat. So let's keep going and see. So right here, this is another habitat, and well, I think I'll want to live in this habitat. It looks lovely, doesn't it? So which habitat do you think this is? Let's think. Let me give you a couple seconds so that you can think. Do you think they are in the jungle or in the ocean or in the pool or in the desert? Well, we said the desert is a hot and dry area that, well, not many plants grow there. So as you can see, here we have a lot of trees, we have a lot of flowers, and the children are having fun playing there. So I don't think this is a desert, neither is it an ocean. So definitely this is the jungle or a forest. So a forest is another type of habitat. Now, what are some of the animals that you think lives in the forest or live in the forest? Now, when you think about it, animals such as hare, cheetah, lion, elephant, rhino, buffalo, antelope, even the giraffe all live in the forest. But sometimes they don't live in these dark forests. They need a place where we call it the grasslands with trees, but not a lot of them. So because some of these animals eat the grass, others use the grass for camouflage. Okay, and we said camouflage is hiding itself using the color of its environment. For example, a lion is able to camouflage. A lion is able to camouflage inside the grass. Remember the leopard that we saw in the last lesson that was inside the jungle and was lying low in the thicket and you couldn't see it? Well, because of the color, so we called that camouflage. So the grassland is a host of a lot of animals that live on land. Animals that eat grass, animals that eat other animals like the lion and the cheetah and even the leopard all live in the grasslands. Also the elephants and the giraffe, even rhinos and buffaloes. So most wild animals live in the forest or in the grasslands. And this is a beautiful environment for these animals. Now, can we think of animals that live on top of trees? Because while we can see this environment has trees, think of animals that live on top of trees. Do you think a lion lives on top of a tree? Well, not. But I'll give you a hint. They have beaks and they have 2 legs and they can fly. They are birds. Yes, they are birds. So birds live on top of trees, and this is where they build their homes. And we say the home of a bird is called a nest. So birds live on top of trees, and this is their habitat. And they build nests, and they find food around the forest. So they'll find food from the flowers that you can see there. They'll drink nectar from the flowers. They will also find fruits from different trees. They will eat bugs from the grass. So thus the forest becomes a very great it becomes a very great habitat for different animals. Now let's have a look at what are some of the animals that you can find in the forest. We have the woodpecker. And one of the reasons you'll find the woodpecker, and these represent the birds, is because it eats things that are found in the forest. Then we have a deer and a wolf. So the deer gets to eat the grass, and a wolf gets to eat the deer. That's why you'll find them in the same environment. Also, we have a fox right here, and a skunk, and a raccoon. All these animals get their food from the forest. Now, this is the last slide. But that does not mean we will not find more habitats, because there are even more habitats. We are not limited by those, but those are exactly what I had planned for us to do today. So guys, I hope I'll also send links of these 3 habitats, and you can get to watch them and get to see what do these habitats offer the animals that live there. Do they give them food? Do they give them a safe place to bring up the children? Remember, that's what we said. Or do they give them shelter away from rain? Yeah. So I'll also attach videos of the 3 habitats, and also an extra video that shows all the habitats together. And we'll look more into these in the next lesson. So guys, bye bye and enjoy your day.